Hello, Alex.
Hi.
My name is Jennifer. I'll be your counselor.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So, what brings you here today?
Basically, I'm just trying to deal with a problem I've had for a long time, just kind of emotionally frantic, and it's been kind of affecting my day to day, so just thought I'd talk to somebody about it.
Okay. By emotionally frantic, what do you mean? What do you feel?
Like no in betweens, like either really, really upset or like really, really happy in the moment I'm in.
Okay. So, how do these feelings affect you day to day?
They just affect like any change at all. It doesn't really like keep me from going and doing things, but it keeps me from like reaching goals, and it keeps me from sticking to goals and plans. Just because either when I am irrationally upset, I don't want to do anything, but then when I'm like really happy, like I stay focused on being happy and not like maintaining it, I guess.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you have trouble on certain days.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you do to help you get through these bad days, as you say?
I try different stuff, but I think they're not working just because I haven't been consistent with any of them, with really anything.
Can you tell me some things that you've tried?
Tried like meditating. I've tried antidepressants. I've tried writing. I've tried just going outside and like screaming and just random stuff. Really.
I feel like that's great. Those are great ways to cope with, especially feelings of depression and anxiety and things like that. Those are very good ways to go about it, and hopefully that we'll be able to, through this process, to help you continue doing those things and actually become consistent with them. Is there anything that you're expecting from these sessions? Like what would you like to get out of these sessions with me?
Just like help and resources as far as helping me maintain like a steady state of mind. Not really like I don't really need like help or advice of what I can do. I more need help with like sticking to it and like leveling out.
Okay, so you just need some motivation and okay, and someone to hold you accountable. Mm-hmm. I would say. Okay, do you have anybody in your life besides myself that could do that for you? Can you think of anyone?
Yes and no. Like I have support, but I don't think I would have like a steady support. Like I'm pretty much lacking stability on all fields.
Okay. All right. Well, let's ask you some just basic questions. Are you taking any medications right now, as far as like antidepressants or any kind of things like that? No? What medications have you tried before?
Zoloft, that's it.
Zoloft. Okay. Do you drink?
Yeah.
How much? And how often?
Well, it kind of sucks because I don't drink when I'm upset, but when I do drink, I can become upset. So like, I guess it just depends on what kind of week I'm having. But to be honest, like in a bad week, it could be like four times in a week. Like I'll drink.
And how much would you drink when you do drink?
It's definitely binge drinking.
Binge drinking.
Yeah.
Alright. And let's see. Do you do any drugs other than alcohol?
Yeah. I mean, I smoke weed. And I've done psychedelics and stuff, but nothing regularly.
Nothing just constantly. Not. Do you think that because you become upset when you drink that it is something that you would like to work on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we can definitely try to work on that. That can be part of our plan, part of our goals. What type of goals were you? I heard you say earlier that you had that it's affecting you completing your goals. So what kind of goals do you have for yourself?
To maintain financial, emotional, and just overall stability, I guess.
And how do you think would be the best way to go about meeting this goal? Is this counseling relationship one of those steps towards that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Has since you're talking about being depressed, have you ever thought about committing suicide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever tried?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would you like to talk about that, or would you like?
I mean, it just kind of put things in perspective. That I realized that I didn't legitimately want to die. I was just being irrational about the circumstance around me.
Okay. So you're not contemplating suicide now?
No.
So there has obviously been a time when your symptoms were worse than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were there any significant events that triggered it to make it become worse, or are there any constant things that happen in your environment or around you that make you feel worse?
I think just when I'm stuck in ruts and then I compare my situation to everyone else's around me, and then it makes me freak out.
So, what do you mean by stuck in a rut?
Because of my lack of emotional and mental stability, I just end up not moving anywhere, not going anywhere. And then I get stuck doing the same stuff over and over again, but not really doing anything meaningful. And then it just bums me out.
So you kind of feel like you're a car stuck in, the snow.
Yeah.
You're trying to go somewhere, but you're not quite making it. Gotcha. So do you think that we were talking about your drinking, so do you think that your drinking is helping you cope with your problems? No. Or do you think that's just kind of a natural fallback for you?
Well, I start, I'll drink if I feel good, if I am in a good mood, but then after, I'm already, drunk or whatever, then I just start thinking about why I'm drinking or whatever. But I don't think it helps me at all. Definitely puts me in a bad place.
What are some of your thoughts about why you believe you're drinking?
About why I'm still drinking, or
like you said that while you're drinking, it ends up making you upset because you'll think about why you're drinking in the first place. What are some of those thoughts that cross your mind?
Well, okay, so I'll be drinking, and a lot of the times I'm with friends who I feel like are doing or are on the right path of their life, and I just feel like I don't necessarily deserve to be in that situation because I haven't earned the right to go out, and when I could be spending my time doing something more valuable. And then if it's not those kind of thoughts that bum me out when I'm drinking, it's just they just don't make sense. They're just bad thoughts. Yeah.
So, say you woke up one day and you no longer had these problems. What are some things that you would do with your life?
Like if I was exactly where I wanted to be and all my goals were met, what would I do? What would I do with my life? Or if I didn't have these like mental problems and like
The emotional. What would be some of the things that you'd wake up and do?
I would wake up and I would probably like clean and like go jogging before I like go to work or wherever I need to go, and then just come home and not try and find something to do because I'm okay with just being alone and chilling. And then honestly, just doing it every day after that. Like,
so you think you have? Do you think you have? Do you think you have like a sort of problem with being alone? Like, what aspects of being alone is it that alone bothers you?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna miss out on something fun, or like, yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna miss out. Pretty much. Like, it's not that I necessarily don't like being alone. I just feel like I'd have a better time not being alone. That's usually not the case.
Yeah. What kind of things do you think you're gonna miss out on?
Just like fun times. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Times that are less boring than what I'm doing.
Okay, so it's just kind of boredom.
Yeah.
Okay, so to some extent, you would say that being bored leads to drinking, and then the drinking leads to being emotionally. And if you say if you're having a bad week, then it ends up being about 4 times a week while you're drinking. Yeah. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. What did you do before you came to see me, other than the drinking? Wait, you said you would meditate, but you haven't stuck to that. You didn't stick to the antidepressants. Is there anything in particular that you would want to try?
Probably like I haven't really tried like working out or anything, but like that and just like I want to like just keep coming here and because that will be the only like stable part of my life. So I feel like that would help me stick to other things.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm really not sure. Like I'm pretty much open to whatever.
Okay. So, how are you feeling right now?
I'm pretty neutral.
Pretty neutral? Okay. Can you give me a good feeling word? Like, are you happy? Are you bored?
I'm pretty much indifferent.
Pretty indifferent? What makes you indifferent today?
Well, nothing bad is happening, but nothing really exciting is happening either. I don't know.
Okay. That's just a normal day for you.
Well, I mean, not necessarily normal, because, I don't usually, I've never done this, but, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not, I don't really have a feeling about it yet.
Okay. That's valid. I appreciate you coming to these sessions, even though you seem a little hesitant, but it was your choice, so I do appreciate you coming, and I'm here to help you. Do you have any questions for me about what this process is going to be like?
No. The only thing that's kept me from coming in the past is just because I really, I don't want to be on medication again, and I don't want it to have to come to that. But And I'm also scared of, like, feeling crazy, but I don't know. See how it goes.
Okay. So, I hear that you're thinking that because you're in a relationship such as this, and because it is an actual mental problem, that you'll be perceived as kind of crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what I'm here to do is I'm here to help you help yourself. Okay? And so we're going to help identify some things, some goals,
Mm-hmm.
some good strategies for you, and we're going to keep trying different things out until we can become consistent with those things. And I will do what I can to hold you accountable, but eventually I won't be here.
Mm-hmm.
So you will need to find somebody that can hold you accountable if you feel like that's what you need. And so first off, I think that we should find somebody. That's definitely one of the first things that we should do. As you said, you don't have a whole lot of stability. Do you think that you could find somebody?
Yeah.
Okay, and like, I mean, it'd be you could just ask them to do these things for you, make sure that they're checking up on you, seeing how you're doing, making sure that you're doing those things that you want to do, like exercise,
Mm-hmm.
or make sure you go walking every day, and they
Mm-hmm.
just give you a call, be like, Alex, did you run today? And being held accountable like that is very
Mm-hmm.
can be very helpful. Let's see. Alright, so do you think that there's anything that'll stop you from or hinder you in finding a person that will support you during this? Is there anything that might get in your way?
Like, really, if I think it would be me, and like me assuming that they wouldn't be a good support. That's pretty much it. And unless for whatever reason, like the person or people I asked just don't want to like deal with it.
Okay, well, let's think of 3 different qualities of someone that would be a good support system for you. So, what are 3 qualities that you are looking for in a person to help you through this?
Responsible, patient, and obviously stable.
All right. So those are the qualities you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for someone responsible, reliable, and patient. I think that you probably have a lot more people in your life than you realize that have those qualities, and don't let yourself get in the way. Try not to, at least. I'm challenging you this week to try to find somebody who can support you, and can hold you accountable for your goals. When you come back next week, we will talk about that, and we will set up a new goal to start really working on managing your emotional instability, as you've called it. And we'll continue to try different things until we can make this work for you. All right. But I do believe we're out of time this week. It was wonderful to meet you.
You too.
And I will see you next week.
All right.
19 minutes. That's good enough. That's 19.